Here's a legal showdown that's shaking the foundations of federal power, and it's all about who gets to wield the hammer of justice in America. A federal judge has just ruled that Alina Habba, a prominent lawyer with deep ties to former President Donald Trump, is unlawfully serving as the acting U.S. attorney for the District of New Jersey. This isn't just a technicality. It's a high-stakes clash between the executive branch and the judiciary, with implications for how power is distributed in our democracy. But here's where it gets controversial. The Trump administration is pushing back fiercely, even as the court system pushes to correct what it sees as a glaring procedural violation. The ruling from Judge Matthew Brann, a federal district court judge, is a direct rebuke of the Trump administration's strategy. Brann wrote that Habba, who was never confirmed by the U.S. Senate, has been operating in the role of U.S. attorney since July 1st, using a novel series of legal and personnel moves that the court now deems invalid. This means her actions in the job, including ongoing prosecutions, could be declared void. However, the judge has paused his decision pending an expected appeal from the administration, giving the Trump team a temporary reprieve. So why does this matter? Attorneys are the federal government's top prosecutors, responsible for enforcing laws impartially. But Habba's appointment has been mired in controversy. She's not just any lawyer. She's served as Trump's personal counsel in high-profile civil cases and has a history of representing him in defamation lawsuits. Critics argue this creates a conflict of interest, especially as she now wields the power to decide who gets prosecuted and for what. And this is the part most people miss. The legal battle isn't just about Habba. It's about whether the Trump administration can ignore the Senate's role in confirming federal officials, a process designed to balance power between branches of government. The challenge against Habba's authority came from defendants in cases she's pursuing. Two individuals, Julian Gerard Jr. and Julian Gerard III, face drug and firearms charges, while Cesar Humberto Pina is accused of laundering drug money and running a multi-million-dollar fraud scheme. Their attorneys praised the judge's ruling, emphasizing that prosecutors must be both qualified and properly appointed. Prosecutors have immense power, said their lawyers in a statement. This administration can't bypass the law to stack the courts with allies. But the Trump administration isn't backing down. Attorney General Pam Bondi dismissed the court's decision as an act of judicial overreach, vowing to keep Habba in her role despite a July 22nd ruling from a federal judge panel that rejected her interim appointment. The panel had already replaced Habba with Desiree Grace, a career prosecutor, but Bondi fired Grace and reinstated Habba, declaring the Justice Department would not tolerate rogue judges. Habba's rise to power is steeped in political symbolism. Appointed as a White House counselor just weeks after Trump's 2024 election win, she was later tapped as the U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, a district known for its political leanings. Her tenure has been marked by accusations of partisan bias. For instance, she launched an investigation into Democratic Governor Phil Murphy over immigration policies and charged Newark Mayor Ras Baraka with trespassing for entering an immigration detention facility with lawmakers. While the charges against Baraka were later dropped, the incident sparked a civil lawsuit alleging malicious prosecution. Meanwhile, Habba continues to pursue charges against U.S. Representative LaMonica McIver, whom McIver calls a blatant political attack. This isn't just about legal technicalities. It's about the very soul of American governance. Can the judiciary remain neutral when the executive branch tries to co-opt its tools for political ends? Should prosecutors prioritize impartial justice or partisan loyalty? The debate is far from over, and the fallout could reshape how we view the separation of powers. What do you think? Is this a legitimate correction of legal missteps? Or is it another example of the courts overstepping their bounds? Share your take in the comments. This is the kind of issue that demands your voice in the national conversation.